Today, on Be Something Wonderful, this do-nothing manifesting technique manifests everything overnight. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, good morning and welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Big video this morning. I want to talk about this amazing conversation that I had with one of you. It was our second conversation. And we had a lot of laughs yesterday based on our first conversation. This is a creator who's been on the channel for a while, even before we talked, right? Even before we had our first conversation. And I want to talk about some of the things that were discussed in our first meeting and then what we talked about yesterday. So in our first meeting, this is his arguing for his limitations, right? And I know a lot of spiritual teachers talk about the idea of vibration and frequency and being a vibrational match and your vibrational set point and all of that, from Abraham Hicks to Bashar and others. And this is during our first conversation. With responding to this idea that you have to do something. Right? You can't just, Tom, it can't just be being, right? You have to be a vibrational match for your desire, or you can't manifest it. Again, digging in, arguing for their limitations. It's about how you feel about your desire. What's your vibrational standpoint or set point? Standpoint, yes, but set point. But as they were discussing it, they were getting frustrated, even defensive. They admitted that, right? As they were arguing for their limitations here. Then we suddenly both broke out in this laughter. Just a burst of laughter. At the same time, right? And the idea that they get it, that, oh, it's almost like this creator had an anomalous burst of energy. Even as he said, you know, I went off on you. Right? Remember, here's the big insight. And here's what I shared with them as we paused and laughed together. You couldn't even desire what you want, unless you were already, hear this, a perfect vibrational match. Wow. Right? This is what I said. And it was almost like they got it, right? Even before they got it. You wouldn't even be able to desire it, imagine and think of it, unless you were already a perfect vibrational match. It's your desire as source, that divine urge to know yourself as source. And even as they were discussing it, and I think someone even commented on the channel yesterday, how do you feel about your desire? That determines it. No, we know how you feel about your desire. You want it. You feel it. It's a divine urge. It's perfect feeling. It's perfect source energy saying, I am that. So it's not about how you feel about your desire. It's how do you feel about you? Who are you? What's your conviction of being? Who are you? Who do you say you are? Are you someone for whom and through whom that reality is already real? That knowing that desire is yours. Do you see the difference? They got it really powerfully at the same time. Remember, when you stop trying to believe and manifest it, you see it and you experiencing it. And experience it. Remember, your experiencing is reality, as we talked about yesterday. So when you stop trying to believe it and manifest it and trying to conjure some vibrational set point, some mysterious frequency where you believe your desire is. If you desire it, you are that match already. Now it's who you're being. It's the conviction of being that person for whom and through whom that reality is real. That's what we're talking about, right? It's when Bashar talks about the idea of winning the lottery. I don't know if you've seen that little video about him talking about the lottery. And he says the idea is that everybody wants to pick the winning numbers. But he says it's not about picking the winning numbers. The numbers you pick are the numbers you pick. It's about resonating or being that identity or occupying that reality where those numbers are winning, where those are the winning numbers. Do you see it? Be that person. Stop trying to work from the bottom up, trying to get to some mysterious vibrational set point. You are source. You are that the highest core vibration that there ever could be. Right? So it's being that person for whom and through whom that reality is real. Stop trying to fix yourself. Stop trying to fix your reality. Stop trying to fix your past. Stop trying to fix your unworthiness. Stop trying to fix your non-fulfillment. Stop trying to fix your unbelief or your disbelief. Stop trying to manifest it and change your 3D circumstances or manifest it in time and space in those 3D circumstances. Instead, be it. Being is believing. Being is it. When you stop trying to manifest it in time and space, when you stop trying to change the circumstances, and you decide who you are, well, being is believing. Being is absolute faith. That's the only action that matters. It's the ultimate stated verb. Remember, I am's a verb. Right? I am's a verb, but it's a verb to be. But it's also a state of being. That's the paradox. That's the action. Right? It's the only action that matters. And then rest in the end of being that which you desire to be. That's why Jesus said in the Gospel of Thomas, in the last teachings of Jesus in the Gospel of Thomas, it says, when they ask you, what's the sign of source in you? You say it's movement and rest. In other words, it's the verb be. It's I am. That's both movement, I am, it's a verb, and rest. It's a state of being. A state of being who you desire to be. It's a state of verb. It's both action and rest. Movement and rest. That's beautiful. Do you see this today? I'm not sure we ever talked about this the way we're going to talk about it today. So this particular conversation that we had yesterday, thank you, Tom. I stopped trying to believe it and manifest it and conjure that vibrational set point, that mysterious vibrational set point, right? And stop trying to be a vibrational match for my desire and assume that I already am. Because you are. You couldn't desire it unless you were, right? And everything started to change overnight, of course, because your reality, because experiencing is your reality, you're experiencing. So as you change your experiencing, your experiences change, and they change immediately because your experiencing is immediate. It's now, it's here and now. I am is perfect faith. I am is perfect belief. I am is here and now. That's what awareness of being is, and that's what awareness of being does. It's aware, right? It's conscious of being that which it desires to be. That's perfect faith and belief. To be is the action in doing. It's the state of being, all that you are and desire to be here and now. That's the action. It's both movement and rest, as Jesus says in the last Gospel of Thomas, in those last teachings. I am is an act of God. It's an action of God. I am collapses time and space. This is powerful today. You can imagine and doubt anything. Anything. You can imagine and doubt anything. But you can't imagine, you cannot doubt that you exist. Do you see this? You can imagine the death experience, right? That experience of passing and changing forms. But you can't imagine not existing. Try it. If you exist, you must always have existed, because non-existence doesn't exist by definition. So to exist is the ultimate blessing. It's the ultimate knowing of how worthy you are. It's ultimate worthiness. It's ultimate fulfillment. To exist is to be, in your awareness of this truth or this beingness or this great isness, is I am. To be aware of yourself, I, as the great I am, as the Son of God, as that great isness. That's the gift, according to your faith. In other words, according to your awareness of this truth. Let it be to you. It shall be done to you according to your faith, according to your awareness of this truth within you. As you have believed, so let it be done for you. As you have been aware of this great truth of who you are, your awareness of being, I am. It's done for you. That's what faith and that's what perfect faith and perfect belief is. That's powerful. Your higher self, I am, believes in you as perfect, whole, complete, and fulfilled. And I've talked about this in many videos now, whether you do or not. It believes you. It has perfect faith in you. Remember, you wouldn't even exist if your source didn't believe in you. Right? Your doubts, your fears, your phobias, and your thoughts and assumptions of unworthiness and non-fulfillment are irrelevant to your inner being or to your I am awareness. They're irrelevant to your inner being. Do you see it? None of that matters. You exist and will always exist as all that is, as God's perfect Son, whether you believe it or not. That's the real meaning of true unconditional love. You're given the kingdom no matter what. Wow, that's powerful. Your manifested experiences, I've touched on this in the last few videos, are not reality, but rather your experiencing is. Your experiencing of reality is reality. Do you see it? Those changing manifestations are real experiences. We're not saying they're not real or they're unreal. Hear this. We're not saying it, we're not making a judgment on anything that's real or unreal, or an illusion or not an illusion. Things are just not what they seem. Everything's real. Everything's reality, right? But those changing manifestations are real experiences, but they're not who you really are. Or in other words, they're not ultimate reality, the I am awareness. You can have an experience of that reality that you call reality, 3D reality, the physical experience. But they're not reality. They're real experiences, right? You're imagining, you're assuming, you're affirming, or in other words, you're experiencing as God, is I am in action, is God in action here and now. That's why efforting, while efforting makes no sense. Got stuck there for a second, like a record player. That's why efforting makes no sense. That's why effortless, hear this, mindless, imagining, assuming, and affirming processes are powerful. Those are processes. Those are techniques. But they're effortless. They're mindless. Imagining, effort, and affirming up processes are powerful because you are the process. God is the process. You are source. That's why we say you're not doing anything to make it happen. You are the process. You are the happening. You are the experiencing. It's not about doing anything. That's why it's doing nothing. It's being it. Right? That's why when we talk about mindless robotic affirmations, that's why they're powerful. That's why imagining and affirming those processes are powerful because you are the process. God is the process. You see this. You as that I am awareness. As you identify with your ideal and who you are, you change the physical experience. Your experiencing, that dotted line, is your experience of reality. It is reality. Ultimate reality. You create your experience of ultimate reality by determining who you are. Your experiencing is your entire life experience. It's your entire reality. That's powerful. So do you see it? That dotted line is your experiencing. And that physical manifestation is the experience. And that solid violet round is who you really are. That I am awareness. Right? Ultimate reality. The kingdom of God. That's powerful. So here you are. I am is perfect faith and belief. And remember, one of you, I believe it was someone I talked to and also a subscriber of the channel, my faith and belief may not be perfect, but I am. Do you see it? I am is perfect faith and belief. So your 3D linear faith and belief might not be perfect, but I am. I am is perfect. Who am I? What do I want? That's your only question. And it's that answer that determines your experience of reality. Your experiencing of reality. And it determines your experience of reality, past, present, and future. What you remember as your horizontal past is determined right now, here and now, by who do I say I am? What do I want? That determines it. Past, present, and future is always changing into who you are and what you want. What you want without the wanting. What you want without the attachment. What you want because you know you are it. Because you know you're already a vibrational match. All right? The changing conditions, circumstances, thoughts, and feelings may not be perfect, but I am. Powerful. Right? These conditions, these frames of realities that look solid, may not be perfect, past, present, and future, but I am. I am, and I can determine what those mean to me. I can see the perfection in everything. I can determine what these conditions change into. That's powerful. Do nothing manifesting technique means just being it. It doesn't mean you're not imagining, you're not affirming, right? You're not doing it, quote, doing a process. You realize that you are the process. That's why the idea of mindless or robotic affirmations are so powerful. You go beyond the mind. You go beyond the doing mind, the trying mind, the struggling mind. And you go directly to source, that it's effortless, that doesn't try, doesn't make things happen. It is the happening. It is the experience. It is the experiencing. That's powerful. Do nothing manifesting technique manifests everything overnight. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, The Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful, for joining us on Instagram and Twitter, and for being part of our membership channel. We have our 6th live event, our 6th live stream this month, next weekend, this Sunday, actually, coming June 23rd, 2024 at 9 a.m. in the morning, Pacific Coast Standard Time. I'm going to be talking about the topics and questions that you've been sending to us at info@besomethingwonderful.com. This will be a live broadcast on the Be Something Wonderful membership channel. And I will answer your questions also on the chat as we're during the live stream, as we're chatting. So if you're a member, join us. If you're not a member, check out the link below. Creators with great love, with great light, and infinite gratitude. This is Tom Kearin here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Until next time, we'll see you soon.